Hello there, Geonamic. You're here a bit early. I have been enjoying Pokemon Legends Arceus. I just started it for the first time earlier today, and I was just letting myself get completely absorbed in it. It was a good time. A lot of attention to detail in that, well, at the very least in the town at the beginning of the game. Can't speak for the whole game, but it's left a good impression on me. I'm actually solving a Wordle right now. See how, tricky it is. That being said, this is the offline version of Wordle that I downloaded, like, several weeks ago. So it's probably just going to be whatever the solution to yesterday's Wordle was on the New York Times website. Yeah, that game has... I don't know, the hype leading up to it was very cautious, I think. A lot of people were, you know, understandably worried that it would not live up to any kind of hype. So they were just like, hey, as long as this is a bold new direction for the franchise, as long as it's something cool and different and fun, that's fine. And that's exactly what it is. It is cool and different and fun. I probably will not out and out label it Game of the Year just yet. Wait, when did this come out again? Did this come out like at Christmas time or like at all this year, or was that last year? I can't remember. But you know, that new Kirby game is looking to be pretty phenomenal. So if it wants to be the best Nintendo game on the platform, it's got some major competition heading its way. Still cannot quite come up with a solution for this. I don't know. Wordle has a way of, like, freezing my brain and making me unable to use words that I might otherwise use on a regular basis. And this is not loading correctly. Hang on. Oh, there we go. Got some leftover articles up there that I have not yet read. Again, if I could only remember what it was that I guessed previously. And you know what? I completely forgot to, like, update the game information. We're not playing Moon today. No, we're playing, yeah, Earthbound, also known as Mother 2. I'm not even gonna put any tags on this. This is, like, gonna be a one-and-done thing. Because, like, I'm not starting from a new save file or anything. Also, I'm just gonna close out of Wordle for now. Obviously, my brain is not competent enough to even get a second guess in, so... we will just get started. Am I imagining things, or is that, like, kind of loud? I think it is. Let me see what I can do about that. Let's shut off the gain. Might even need to tone it down a little bit further. Why did I have a volume reduction in addition to a gain? Clearly I just forgot that that was there. Happy birthday. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Have I done anything special or eaten some birthday cake? Yeah. Bit of a story behind that, actually. This still seems a smidgen too loud. So my family came down, kind of on a coincidence. They just happened to have a couple of days off, and they decided to come down and spend some time, around town. Figured they'd celebrate my birthday while we were all at it. And why is that text still there? I thought I got rid of that. There we go. I had the very specific request of eating frog's legs for my birthday. I don't know, I just had a hankering for them. Options, of course, were to try and cook them at home, or go find a restaurant that sold them. And my grandmother was like completely repulsed by the idea of frog legs, and refused to cook them, said, sure, we can do that, but you're gonna have to be the one that cooks them. Eventually they did find a restaurant, kind of in the area, not really. Man, that still feels too loud. What if I turn down the capture device instead of the desktop audio? I don't think it's having any effect. Alright, how about I just add, like, 10 decibels onto it? No significant difference. Okay, that's interesting. Might be a little too much. So I found a restaurant to go to. It was quite a ways away, at least a half-hour drive. And we figured, you know what, this place is only open like 3 days a week. We should probably go a little bit early. In order to, you know, I'm not doing anything else. Let me just put this on the big screen. Want to try and beat any potential crowd, and boy, did we ever fail at that. We got there at like 11:20, something like that, in the morning. In the morning. I mean, it's practically noon. They opened at like 10:30 or something. I'm completely misremembering these numbers, but anyway. It was crowded. It was very crowded. A lot of people came from every corner of the boondocks that place was located in. I mean, this place was in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like, not even a paved road led up to it. It turned to dirt road, and there was just a big vacant lot with... Well, that's not right. Hold on. I could have fucking sworn I was in 3'd at this point. Oh no. Somehow I've lost my save data. You know what it is? I bet it's that save data purge thing that I mentioned before with Paper Mario on Switch Online. I guess it applies to Super Nintendo games too. Somehow I didn't save properly. And so all the times I've saved at the phone here, well, now it's all gone. Okay. Must have been popular among townspeople then. It must have. Well, this stinks. I guess I'd better just try and catch up to where I was. Oh, this is awful. And yet, I shouldn't sour the experience for anyone watching, because this is arguably one of the more fun parts of the game anyway. Yeah, playing this game in Japanese has been an interesting experience. But one thing you'll notice pretty quickly is how fucking fast the text goes. Like, look at that. That thing was just out of there in a few seconds. How are the frog legs? Oh yeah, we didn't actually eat there. It was so crowded, and there was, like, already a line forming in a little, like, side room outside the building. We just decided to leave. We were told that there were, like, two members of the waitstaff working that morning. And who knows how many people in the kitchen. So, you know, we got there hungry. We thought that we were in it to win it. We thought that we had a good chance of being served in a timely fashion, but no. That most certainly did not happen. So we were like, alright, if not frog legs, then what's a good alternative? How about seafood? Just generic plain seafood. So we went to Red Lobster instead. And it was alright. Frankly, I'm starting to think that lobster is, like, a bit overrated compared to other seafoods. I think I would generally prefer scallops or crab. But, hey, I wasn't the one buying it, so I went and just got a smorgasbord. There's a certain way of pronouncing that is, like, officially correct. And it's not what I thought it was. Excuse me? Whoa, hold on. This recording came from, like, Wikipedia itself. Hold on. Oh, never mind, you can still hear it. I thought that would have been enough to, like, mute the game, but apparently not. Well, just take my word for it. This is a really strange recording. Smorgasbord. The thing is that I can hear, like, crickets chirping in the background of this audio clip. And this was put right there on Wikipedia's page. Like, don't they have really high standards of quality? For that kind of high price, it's just slightly better oversized shrimp. Yeah. You know what? I honestly think that, like, soups and other things made from lobster are way better than, like, the flesh of the lobster itself. So, if I were to go back, I would... That's taco, right? Down there? Also known as octopus, that's how you get rid of octopus statues, is by erasing them. Oh, I tell you what, though, I haven't had octopus in a long time. There are some times I get a craving for takoyaki, where I would just kill for a couple of balls of that stuff. I think it's really good. I'm also a big fan of calamari. Why am I playing the Japanese version of the game? Change of pace, nothing more. I said to myself, I know this game like the back of my hand at this point, so how well can I play it when I can't really read or understand much of anything? But that's not entirely true. You can still make out certain things. You know what PSI is. You know what the different levels mean, because these are Greek letters. And if you get a whole bunch of something, chances are it is generic, like, food items. So you know that you can use that safely without wasting anything. I just got hit with a cold status ailment, and it's really strange that they show that with Japanese lettering like that, instead of an icon like they do for every other status condition in the game. Anyway, just cast a bit of PSI healing on yourself, you'll be fine. So that was what we did for a lunch. Everyone got really full off of that. My teenage cousin just could not handle it. Even just from the, you know, the cheese bread that they bring out as an appetizer. He was, like, feeling sick before his entree even showed up, because they just loaded it up with so much butter. And apparently my aunt has, like, a history with Red Lobster. It's like a formative moment in her marriage with my uncle, where they went there one day in somewhere in Georgia, brought the kids, got just a buttload of crab legs. My uncle was ready to go to town on those, but their kids had allergies that they were not entirely aware of. Like, they knew that they had some allergies, but they weren't exactly sure what it was too. And, like, a doctor they'd seen previously said, "Oh, it's just the pollen that rides on the shrimp shells, yeah." No, my cousin is indeed allergic to shrimp. So, that was no good. It's a lot of weeds. And, so they're getting sick. My uncle's trying to enjoy his crab legs, and he's ended up having to, like, escort his kids to the bathroom so they can throw up. And things just get more and more out of control until finally they just have to leave, and my uncle, like, didn't get to eat any of his frickin' crab legs. Ugh, these things are tenacious. I don't like them. And they can suck out your, like, PSI points. Oy. At one point, my uncle apparently accused my aunt of feeding her kids too healthy. and that's why they couldn't handle the junky food that they were eating. And she was like, in her words, she was ready to divorce him right then and there. But now they look back on it and laugh. You like sushi? Not really. It's what my ex-wife called me. Cold fish. Oh yeah, I guess I could also just put this thing on auto battle. And then I have even more time to relax. Yeah, sushi is alright, but, not my favorite. Like, it would have to be a really chunky piece of fish on that sushi for me to get any enjoyment out of it. And, whoa, whoa. I've got some major input lag happening right now. That's not right. Hang on. Alright, well, desperate times call for desperate measures. Let me just try taking it out and putting it back in. Okay, somehow that fixed it. I still don't know what causes these weird-ass hardware problems with the Switch. Fried and deep-fried sushi? Whoa, hold on a minute. I didn't know that was an option. Hell yeah, I'll try some deep-fried sushi. I wish these UFOs would stop trying to make me sneeze. It's alright, we got a magic butterfly here. Those are always a sight for sore eyes. Yeah, I am a huge fan of, like, tempura shrimp. So, if they got something like that, that kind of mixes in the best of what sushi has to offer, with the best of what tempura has to offer, then yes, I will try that. Part of it is definitely the fact that it's raw fish. I generally prefer a hot meal over a... Oops. Hold on a minute, what did I just do there? Don't need to be wasting turns here. Another part of it is just rice. Like, I am not much of a rice person. Alright, what the hell are these things that I'm picking up? I think these are croissants. Yeah. Of all things, the identifying feature of the croissant is that small little, katakana character that kind of looks like a little smiley face. That's third from the right. That is how I have identified croissants. I think there's just a bomb in there? Hang on. Yeah, that's just a bomb. Which I have identified because it is, only 3 characters long, and that's pretty much it. It's like the only thing in the game with a name that long. Bomu. Oh god, I'm surrounded by trees. My friend, Bazooka Joe is pleased to meet you. Alright, so I'm gonna leave that one alone. Keep moving. Almost every type of sushi has rice. I mean, it's not like I hate rice, it's just that it doesn't really do anything for me. So, the stuff accompanying it has to be really good. About the only form of rice that I will just eat by itself is, like, really decked out Mexican fried rice with all kinds of crazy spices mixed into it. I suppose maybe there's also some Indian varieties of rice that also does that sort of thing, but I don't have all that much experience with Indian food, so I can't say for sure. Alright, I'm pretty sure that is the Holmes hat that I just picked up, rather. And this thing, I don't need 2 of these. I'm gonna get rid of one. Yeah, what is that? It's got that little new character, third from the left. Yeah, this thing. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of it. I have here in my inventory a for sale sign that will summon an NPC to come buy my crap whenever I want. Ho 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 ho! Yes, please take this off my hands. Yeah, that was just the travel charm. It offers you no defense and a slight protection against paralysis. Which, like, what enemies around here even use paralysis? Best thing to do when confronted with a tree is to run away. This applies no matter which game in the Mother series you are playing. Will you cut that out? There we go. Okay. Yeah, a fun quote-unquote feature that some enemies in the Mother series have is the ability to explode upon death. It's just completely unblockable damage for you and everyone you know and love. And it's even worse in the very first game, because you don't have these HP odometers that you can just button mash through and take less damage if you end the battle before they stop scrolling. Yeah, at least in Earthbound you can kind of deal with them as long as you kill the exploding enemy last. Yeah, the trees explode. And so does anything that has, like, a nuclear fuel source. You'll see a few robots that fit that description here and there in the Mother series. Might not be obvious at a glance, but, you know, once one of them explodes, you'll know to avoid that one from now on. Happy Happy is blue blue. Oh yeah, you guys are gonna get to see, since I lost my save data and warped all the way back here, you'll get to see the original design for the cultists. Yeah, they got the letters on their forehead. In the Western release, they decided that looked a little bit too similar to the Ku Klux Klan for their preference, so they erased the letters and put a little puffball on the end of their hat to make it look less like an ominous hood and more like a nightcap. Despite that, apparently these blue people were not inspired by the KKK, but rather by a completely different cult that rose to some prominence in Japan sometime before this game came out. You're standing on top of a sign. That's illegal. It looks like a giant leech is eating his head. Kind of like Slow King, but a little bit further down towards the neck. Anyway, as long as you found the Holmes hat to increase your defense, these guys are just a complete joke. In fact, you can just view them as walking sacks of experience points, because they do not put up much of a fight. Alright, I hate to do this so soon, but I think I need to take a break and apply some wax to my braces, because this is starting to get a bit abrasive. I did just have them tweaked, like, last week. This town's music sounds eerie. Well, good. I hope you enjoy it for the brief minute or two that I'm away from the game. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I might actually need to go back and put more on later, because, I'm feeling the abrasiveness, like, on my front teeth, too. Well, front gum area, whatever. Yeah, summon all you want. I'm just gonna put the controller down and take a drink of water, because I can. I've always found the Mother series to be so odd at a glance when you consider the cutesy graphics combined with the spooky music and the plots. Yeah. Excuse me. Sorry, did not mean to let that out on the microphone. Yeah, of all things, the visual style that kicked off what you see here was Peanuts, the American comic strip. Like, to the point where they actually had to change a few sprites when they were getting ready for the American release of Mother, which took a long time to happen, by the way. Boy, that's got a story behind it. Yeah, two of the NPCs looked a little too similar to Peanuts characters, and they had to change it. How? I'm getting input lag again. How? And this time, I cannot simply, you know, do this like I used to, like, quote-unquote, refresh it. So, oh boy. Not the best situation to be in. Now, as far as the music goes, yeah, it's definitely always had a bit of a unique flavor to it. Like, it went places. The music definitely went places in Earthbound. They got a lot more experimental, and did as much as they could with the Super Nintendo sound chip to sample all kinds of crazy things and do weird experimental songs. Yeah, they just kept on coming. That's their only strength, is their numbers. I got over 2,000 EXP out of that battle. Alright, seriously, is there anything that I can do about this to, like, fix this latency problem I'm having? I could swap the device, although I'm not sure if that's actually going to do anything. What? It did? Wait, that did something? All I did was switch it from Elgato Game Capture to Elgato HD 60S, which I don't know why they're listed separately, but okay. Whatever works. What is this? I think that's the slingshot, and we don't want that. Yeah, every now and again you'll find a yo-yo or a slingshot that's a little bit better than your current equipment, but don't buy them. Not in this game, anyway. They have, like, a 75% accuracy ratio, which is not so good. I need to do something about my inventory here. I should go ahead and put away the pencil eraser. Sorry, no, the octo eraser. Because, like, there's only 3 times in the entire game you're gonna need those. Alright, so I'll have the option to store up to 3 things. I currently have, let's see, 2 croissants. This thing down here, I don't know what it is. Oh, that's the Cup of Life noodles. And that just leaves, this is the Octo Eraser. This, I don't know what it is. Can't remember what this is either. Oh, that's the baseball hat that I had before. So that just leaves this. Oh, that's a capsule! Okay. Well, I'll hold on to that and give it to Paula later. Why play this game in particular for my birthday? Is the Mother series my favorite? It actually is not. It's pretty close, but I just have a particular association between this game and my birthday. It was like one of the most impactful games that I received as a gift when I was in, what was it, middle school, high school? Somewhere around there. And it was, at the time, like, my absolute favorite game ever. I had heard little tidbits here and there about Earthbound from Nintendo Power Magazine, and it got me curious, and then I saw NES and Super Smash Bros. On the N64, and I was like, okay, hold on a minute. I need to go back and find out what this game's all about. And then I found out that the game has a humongous fan community on websites like starman.net. I think I'm just gonna give him the Octo Eraser. And I don't know, it's just like, it's just one of those things that nostalgia does to you, where you just end up, for completely arbitrary reasons, associating a certain thing with a happier time in your life. Well, maybe not necessarily happier, but it's just, like, rooted in one of your formative years, and, you know, that only happens a few times in your life for each individual person. And for me, that just so happens to be Earthbound. The Mario RPGs are also way up there. But they don't coincide with any special days for me, so I just enjoy them every now and again. I'll tell you what though, the Mario and Luigi series, oh boy. I like directly associate that series with a specific very, very strong friendship that I had in high school and middle school with this other fella who was like on an identical wavelength with me during those years. Like, it got ridiculous to the point where we would be sitting in chemistry class, both at the top of our game, academically, and we would be, like, shouting out answers to chemistry questions at the exact same time when prompted. And then if we ever got into any kind of... I distinctly remember being inspired by the Mario and Luigi games to try and, like, make this other person my bro, so to speak, and perform, like, acrobatic special moves with him whenever we were involved in some kind of physical activity in class. We never actually did, but it was a very fun idea. So here's Pokey. He is a frequently reappearing NPC throughout this game. He was not in the first game, but he has a very significant role in Mother 3. And you can kind of regard this game as his start of darkness, so to speak. Oh, by the way, I should go ahead and, like, issue an epilepsy warning, because even though they made a few modifications to this game to reduce the epileptic flashing effects, like, they only did that when they put this on the SNES Classic, or SNES Mini, or whatever it's called. Much to my surprise, none of those changes are present here with the Nintendo Switch Online version. So whenever I use PSI, it's gonna get flashy. Am I okay? It feels like I just wasted a lot of turns in a row there. Okay, I think Ness is homesick right now, and that's what's happening. Which could be very bad for me if I can't get him fucking healed. Oh my god, he's letting his ass get beat. Oh dear. Oh, we could be here for a while. Yeah, every now and again, Ness will indeed get homesick, and you will have to have him talk to his mother in order to cure him of that ailment. Is it like traded Pokemon not obeying commands? Not as bad as that. Like, Ness won't hurt himself or anything. It's not like confusion or anything like that, but yeah. He'll just, like, waste turns, thinking about his mother. Seeing little to no kanji here? Huh, interesting. Well, hey, since you're here, you might be able to help me, shoot, I didn't mean to press auto. You might be able to help me figure out what all I pick up and put into my inventory. Because that is the only challenge that I have faced so far, is, like, keeping things tidy and organized. I was able to remember the letters for, you know, octopus, taco, and that's how I was able to get the eraser item out of my inventory. Alright, so for example, what is this item right here that I'm pointing at? I've already said what it is, but I want to see if you can guess. Also, I'm going to go ahead and eat one. So, there's a clue. It is something that can be eaten. Let me know if you need to see it again. Taco Tuesday. Oh, man, I would love that to be a thing. Also, are you guys hearing this, these rolls of thunder? Yeah, the weather is really bad right now, so my power could go out at any minute. But that's fine. Oh, by the way, Holo, you showed up after the fact, but I found out that I lost, like, a lot of save data. Between, like, today and yesterday. And I'm a little upset about that. Oh, Jesus! These guys were ambushing me in the bushes. You don't hear it. It might not be picking up on the microphone, but boy howdy, I can hear it. It is, rumbling. It's an ambush. Yes. Alright, you guys seriously need to fuck off. I've got things to do. So, this item here is actually supposed to be a croissant. And granted, at this resolution, the letters might not be... They might be a little difficult to, tell the difference between... Also, I think I'm just gonna leave those boxes there. Like, maybe I'll go ahead and get one. Alright, so that was another croissant. But the other gift boxes, I think I should just leave alone. And come back after I, you know, deal with the boss in this building. Kuroku-san. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's one of those things where they try to... What do they call it? Like, Romanization? Did they try fighting you? No, actually. This is a very peculiar room. Maybe I should go ahead and explain it a little bit. Also, I just realized I've been recording this whole thing. I'm not sure if I want to. Because this is a very chill and non-committal stream. Like, I don't know if I'm actually going to be archiving this anywhere. Right, so all these cultists, most of them are just, like, lost in a trance. And they will not bother you, but they are also in the way. So what you need to do is look for the ones that are doing their little walk animation slightly faster than the others. And those ones you can talk to. And, they will either move out of the way or fight you. It's up to them. Those characters are hard to tell apart. Yeah, I can see it. Especially at this resolution. But yeah, they do not care what I do with the gift boxes. And these guys, kind of the same thing. You can talk to them and they'll either have a message for you or they'll fight you. I don't see any particular need to fight. I got a ton of experience already. This guy just, like, screams. And that's it. You know, a little bit about Earthbound's plot, not sure about its gameplay. Well, it's not really all that different from what you would find in your run-of-the-mill RPG, with a few exceptions. Such as that homesickness thing that I talked about before, which I failed to do anything about. Happy birthday. Thank you! Thank you! Yes, it has been a pretty good one so far. I was honestly just chilling out in my room playing Pokemon Legends Arceus for the first time, and I had a great time with it. Honestly, this is kind of a weird thing to say, but I think that it is more fun to play than it is to watch. Because, like, you like, you see these guys just running around, chucking balls at everything, filling out these nebulous quests that you don't really understand the significance of. You know, it's a bit grindy, like Monster Hunter can be, but now that I've actually immersed myself in it, it is kind of chill to just get into the groove of. Yes, I have to make a phone call in order to cure the homesickness. There are many games like that. Yeah, it's made me wonder, just now, like it started to make me wonder if maybe I should give Monster Hunter a chance. Because I like the flow that this, Pokemon Legends game is setting up, and Jesus Christ, will you let me go already? Alright, that does it. I do not have to sit here and take this. God damn, that guy would not let me leave. I could kick your ass if I wasn't so depressed. Alright, phew. There we go. Ness is feeling better now. These, phone contacts. I assume that these two up top, like, they just spell out Papa and Mama. Because I guarantee you that those do not say, like, Okaz-san or anything like that. Next time Monster Hunter is a demo available, just give it a shot. That sounds like a good idea. Haven't they had a bunch of spin-off games, too? Oh, jeez. Like, maybe if they did a spin-off with a franchise that I am fond of, that would give me more incentive to check it out. You know, sooner rather than later. I haven't gotten all that deep into the crafting of Pokemon Legends yet, but I really appreciate the idea of being able to craft all of your essentials instead of having to buy them. Monster Hunter Stories is more... Yeah, I've heard about Monster Hunter Stories. I'm honestly not sure which one I would prefer. I guess I'll have to watch some videos about it to make up my mind which one I go for first. Farther back in the Monster Hunter series you go, the more grinding you need to do, and it can get redundant. Yeah, I would probably enter in with the most recent title that I can find. So, Car Painter here is asking, hey, I got this sweet cult going, you want to be my right-hand man? Doesn't matter if you say yes or no. He tries to fry you with lightning. If you talked to Paula ahead of time, then you will have gotten an item that reflects it. And he will continue, very foolishly, trying to hit you with lightning throughout this battle. And in doing so, he will probably end up suiciding, unintentionally. And it's hilarious. Look at that, it's hitting him for like 150 damage each time. It's crazy. It's kind of funny. You don't have a lot of these, like, easy, jokey boss battles because of some easily exploited weakness in the Super Nintendo era. And here Carpenter is explaining that he was corrupted by the power of this golden statue, which, regrettably, we cannot do anything about just yet. He's just going to stand in front of it for the foreseeable future. And if you talk to everyone else in town, they will act as though they woke up from a nightmare. And they'll just be like, hey, what am I doing here? What's going on? Why is everything blue? Let's make the town normal again. Alright, that item I just picked up, I believe, is a skip sandwich. All it does is make you move faster for a short period of time. Hey, it's Pokey again! Oh, I was so confused. I was like, I was in a nightmare. Oh, I'm glad that didn't actually happen. Hey, let's be friends, okay? And then he just totally dicks himself deeper and says, haha, sucker, I was lying. I actually still hate you. Bye! Yeah. I hadn't even thought about making a Blue Meanies joke, but yeah, that's perfect. I mean, it wouldn't be out of character for this game. They do, in fact, have a yellow submarine, like, over halfway through the game. Hold on a minute. Did I actually... I was supposed to get a key from Carpenter there. Anyway, yeah, the skip sandwich lets you run really fast, but considering that it takes up a whole spot in your very limited inventory and it only lasts for, like, a few seconds, it's really not worth it. I usually just eat them right away. Alright, let's try that again. There we go. Boy, I'm glad I decided to double-check that. Yeah, we needed to get a key from him, otherwise this was all for nothing. Why does he fry you even if you say yes? He was being facetious. He's like, haha, I know that you'll just try to betray me later anyway, so be gone with you. Funny thing, he actually cannot kill you in that cutscene. Even if you don't have the Franklin badge, which is the thing that you get from Paula, he'll zap you with lightning, and then you'll be teleported next to the blue cow. And you can talk to the cow and he'll say, oh, you got moved here because you gave Mr. Carpenter some lip. Alright, you are free! Hooray! Paula's the only... I reflected on this earlier. She is the only character in this game that you don't get to, like, control for her little intro story. She's just, you know, out here in this cabin in the woods, and you have to go rescue her. So I thought to myself, if I were to ever make a ROM hack out of Earthbound, I would simply make an additional story that sets up the kidnapping event. That way, you know, she's a bit more in line with the other player characters, and you can control her for a little bit and, you know, do stuff with her before she actually joins the party. Yes, that is a teddy bear. That is what this thing is. I think this is a bread roll. It's a very simple item. It just distracts the enemy and makes them likely to target your item instead of a party member. Only catch is that it's got about 100 HP and you can't refill it, so once it's defeated, it's gone. She doesn't have much HP. That's because she starts at level 1. Every party member in the first game, Earthbound Beginnings, also joins at level 1. And you are very much expected to go right back to Magicant, the Magic Dream World, in order to, you know, get some easy experience for them before taking them anywhere dangerous, because otherwise they will die. Alright, so this is a capsule, I think. There we go, that increased something by 1. That's a hat. which I think I'm just gonna go ahead and sell. $99. Panasonic Blu-ray. Hey, at least the equipment screen is easy to figure out, right? If only it was like Pokemon. Yeah, that would be, well... I mean, everyone participates in the battle at the same time. So, it's not too difficult, you just have to make sure that she is defending every turn while you fight a weak enemy. And she'll catch up soon enough. What else do I need to do? What else even is there to buy? Frying pan. Still not getting the slingshot. Wait, what? Okay, never mind. He was just asking if I wanted anything else. Which I do not. So what is this? Right, that's the cup of life noodles. I do not need to be wasting that. Hey, hello, if you're in chat right now, can you read out what this says? I know what it is, but I don't know what exactly it's called in Japanese. In the American release, this is the cup of life noodles, which is implied to be just an ordinary cup of ramen that somehow, you know, heals you from being knocked out. Very rare and very valuable item. But nonetheless, it is still ramen, basically. Ah, it's a special kind of udon. Gotcha. Inochi no udon. I bet inochi means, like, life or something. Alright, I think we're ready to go poking around in the cave. Where there's a mole! There's an NPC that has appeared in both Deltarune and Undertale that looks very similar to the map sprite for this mole. And because of that, I like him a lot. I don't know what it is, Germa really likes him too. He's just a little guy with... He's either wearing a hard hat or, like, a ridiculously tall hat, depending on which game it is. And he speaks in a weird syntax, like, "Yep, I sure do love puzzle!" Or, "I put all my leftover pancakes inside this giant hat. Boy, I sure do love pancake!" Inochi means life. Nice. Alright, we're learning things. There's a bear. You guys ever tried to fight a bear in an RPG? They're usually pretty tough. So that is probably why Paula starts with a teddy bear in her inventory, to protect her from damage. It's not guaranteed to work. So, people who have not played this yet, you should also just defend with Paula before you get her properly leveled. Spooky. But yeah, the teddy bear helps quite a lot. And whenever you're feeling a bit gutsy, you can take her on the offensive and cast a very powerful PSI spell. My god damn! You start off with really powerful PSI in this game. In Earthbound Beginnings, it's so bizarre because there's so much weak PSI in that game. Freeze, for example, starts off doing, like 10 to 20 damage? And you're usually doing way more than that with basic physical attacks. And honestly, the other spells as well, PSI Thunder, they all are just like crap for damage until you get them to higher levels. The only one that has any excuse is PK Fire, because that's at least a spread damage attack. Use the teddy bear as a weapon. I don't think she'll be doing that, but that would be funny. Alright, I will probably just keep pushing until I've exhausted myself and then go back and heal. And then a second round through this cave should be all I need, and we'll be done. Ooh, nice. And considering how fast the text scrolls, like, we really should not need to spend all that much time here. Croissant, alright. What was that other thing I got, though? What is this? It has two characters that repeat themselves. Well, it doesn't do anything out of battle, so it must not be food. Yeah, the teddy bear got killed. Bear is dead! Ouch. Well, at least Paula can survive one hit. Have you guys heard this music before? This, like, cave music? There's a really silly context that it was repurposed for. At some point in the internet's history. You guys remember Sonic.exe? Apparently this was one of the creepy pieces of music that played, allegedly, on the Sonic.exe game. And the fact that in the original creepypasta it was called out by name, like, oh, it's that creepy cave song from Earthbound, like, just made it completely impossible to take seriously. Well, that was kind of a problem with that game to begin with, but... Game, story, you know what I mean. You saw an LP of it? How can... Wait, isn't that game, like, completely, like... Okay, so it was originally a creepypasta. Someone made a game out of it, and if I'm not mistaken, like, the game itself only lasts for, like, half an hour, if not less. So the idea of someone LPing that thing is just very, very silly to me. Oh, you're talking about an Earthbound LP. Gotcha. I mean, it is a pretty eerie piece of music. It's just like non-stop whispering. Markiplier have LP to Sonic.exe. That's not a hyperlink. Chill out, chat thing. Honestly, if I was feeling gutsy, I would just go ahead and challenge the boss right now. The boss of Cave Town. I probably don't even have to use PSI on this one, just bash him a couple of times. Oh, never mind. By the way, in Earthbound Beginnings, one of the last enemies that you will encounter on Mount Yutoi is a grizzly bear. And it is scary. I swear it hits even harder than the final boss. Like, that goddamn grizzly does not mess around. You know, I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna walk around a little bit and see if I can get that butterfly to reappear. And if it does, then I'll just stop and heal and make my way to the boss fight. First, I gotta get rid of this bear. Thank God these aren't as dangerous as the ones in the previous game. Give me nightmares. Oh, Jesus! Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it! No! I guess it was because we were in the middle of an attack animation, but holy Christ, she lived! Woo. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, what the hell, let's just use a croissant. Alright, much better. Oh, there's a butterfly. I hope it stays there. It probably will not. Especially if there's a bear in my way. But if they can spawn there, then I don't need to be mucking about down here. Wait, no, it's over there now! Oh my god, are they just doing this on purpose? Alright, I can afford one more healing spell, but I don't even need to, because look at that, we're already up to max. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and push on. Don't know how in the world we survived that bear fight, but I am glad that we did! Whoa! Yep, regular enemies can get smash attacks too. And it's always a surprise when it happens. Alright, we're fine. Just a little bit further. I can take him. Oh, we've got PSI Freeze Beta now. That is an ability strong enough to just one-hit KO the bears. It's ridiculous. Alright, I'm pretty sure that this is a caramel item. Correct me if I'm wrong. I remember, because, like I said, my save data got, like, erased before today. So, I remember collecting 2 of these, and I'm like, what is that? Ended up looking up, like, the word for caramel, and I think that matches more or less. These are kind of rare items that can restore psychic points, so we're gonna hold on to that. I still have not figured out what that other thing is. Yeah, let's give that to Paula and see if she can use it in the boss battle. Alright, so the second Sanctuary Guardian, Mondo Mole, has a very easy-to-exploit weakness. Paralysis. Now he can do absolutely nothing except put up shields. And I'm not complaining. Anything that makes this battle a little bit easier is A-okay in my book. Alright, let's see if this does anything. Oh, it's an equipment item! What? Oh! Okay, well, I guess that's fine then. You can keep it. I should have checked that sooner. Alright, Mole here has a big resistance to freeze, and I think even fire doesn't do all that much to him. Look at that, I was doing triple-digit damage to those bears. Mole, single-digit. So we'll try a little bit of everything. What? Wait, did he put up a shield? No way. I didn't even know he had that ability. Alright, well this is gonna be very tedious, but if I can ever hit him with PK Thunder... This is why PK Thunder is as awkward to use in Smash Brothers as it is. Because it is a very low accuracy ability in Earthbound. Now, higher tiers of PK Thunder allow you to strike multiple times in one attack and increase your chances of hitting something. And they do big damage. But look at that, I've used that like 5 times in a row and it has not yet hit. Now, the shield may have absorbed that, but that's fine, because it also broke the shield. It's an interesting property of PK Thunder. No matter what, it will always break shields. whereas other PSI abilities will just get fizzled out. Alright, and yeah, the battle backgrounds are one of my favorite things about this game. Always fun to look at. I actually have a thing on my phone installed that, like, replicates them, and that's my Android wallpaper, basically. Somehow, we have survived up to this point. I'm not talking about Paula and Ness, I'm talking about my the electricity in my house. With that thunder rumbling, you know, it's a friggin' miracle that we don't have to. I don't have to worry about. We don't have to worry about losing footage or anything like that. So here's a cool thing that you may not have known about. After you defeat the boss of a dungeon, all common enemies in that dungeon will run from you from that point onward, no matter how strong or weak you were when you defeated said boss. So, you can use this to milk them for a bit of extra EXP, or just run right out of the dungeon. Either way, it's up to you, and they're both pretty swell if I do say so myself. A very nice reward for overcoming a hard challenge. Boy, Paul was on a roll. I think I started out with Ness at, like, level 15. Oh, and another cool thing is that this applies even after you leave the dungeon. With a few exceptions, if I run into a bat or a mole in the future, like specifically one of these kinds, they will also run from me. So, there's a cave full of monkeys about halfway through the game that, you know, it's basically a non-challenge if you get there after beating the third dungeon, because all the enemies in that cave happen to be pulled from the third dungeon. So you could go through the whole monkey cave without having to fight a single thing, and that's pretty cool. But of course, you don't want to slack off too hard on your EXP. You do want to get it while you can. And if you're high enough level, then you can just splat these enemies with an instant "You win" message. But apparently I'm not there yet. Oh well. I bet if I had a better weapon, it would work out. In fact, let's just hang around here until I can get Ness to the next level. And we'll see if that's enough to squash moles instantly. Well, I can do it with bats. That's a start. Yeah, these kinds of, I don't know what you would call them. Quality of life features? Oh, that guy turned around. They were pretty uncommon in RPGs before this time. And even a little while afterwards. How old are these characters? Elementary school kids? They're older than that a little bit. I think they're supposed to be, like, early teenagers. But make no mistake, the protagonists of the first game were, with one exception, like, elementary school age. They had no business going out of their way to, you know, save the world from an alien invasion, but they did so anyway. Hey, Hollow, if you're out there, can you read this? This, funny little text box here with characters that they don't quite look right. I don't think I'm gonna get to Saturn Valley today, but the Mr. Saturns, you know, we all know the funny way that they speak in the English version. It's about as silly as that in the Japanese version. I heard that it was based on Shigesato Itoi's daughter's handwriting, or something like that. Alright, if I... It said blah blah blah. Or are you just saying that because you didn't know what it meant? Two of those characters actually were just gibberish. Yeah, I wonder what the Mr. Saturn behind the door is saying. Or trying to say. I mean, they do use a lot of, like, nonsense words, even in the English version. They'll say things like zoom and boing for absolutely no reason. Oops. Just double-checking my inventory, seeing if I need to leave anything behind. Right now I have an ATM card, the Soundstone, receiver phone, and the for sale sign. And this thing, whatever it is. Oh, right, the life noodles. Nietzsche? Huh. I wonder what that could mean. And then this is a PSI caramel, that's fine. That's a croissant, we'll hold on to that. And that last item that I gave Paula should be the Franklin badge. So we'll just keep holding on to that. And I will go ahead and pick up the bomb on the way out. Yeah, don't worry about it too much. It probably is actually just gibberish. Alright, despite what I said, these enemies are still gonna give me trouble. They were not involved in that dungeon, they don't know that I beat a boss, so they're just gonna keep on coming at me. Yeah, I'd rather deal with enemies that don't explode, thanks. Is there anything over here? Nah. Alright, well thankfully it's not such a long trip back. There is actually a shortcut that is opened up for us. And I think the bomb is down there. I don't want to fight those plants. Oh, no, it's not. Is it down here? There it is. Funny thing about those attack items in Earthbound Beginnings, they basically function as, like, offensive PSI in item form. So the bottle rockets, the bombs, they all cast various levels of PK Fire. The laser beam and the plasma beam cast PK Beam, which has not made a reappearance in the Mother series since the very first game, which is a shame, because it was really powerful, and I liked it a lot. And the Gamma level of PK Beam even functions as a surprisingly reliable instant death spell. Which you do not see all that often. Like, yeah, you see instant death effects in all kinds of Final Fantasies, but how many do you know that have a success rate of like 95% against things that are not bosses? And then how many of them have you seen that are actually, like, economic to use? Like, it's actually not that big of an expense to use it. It's crazy. I relied on instant death a lot when I played Earthbound Beginnings. Oh, begone, you vexatious plant life. The last thing I need right now is for these things to hit me with mushrooms. And for me to have my controls get screwed around. By the way, that's like one of my favorite items in modern-day Smash Brothers, is the mushroom from this game. Yeah, it does a little bit of damage, but the real fun is in watching your opponent just completely out of the blue walk off a stage against their own volition. Now, of course, you should not bust out a mushroom like that in a serious fight. Like, if you're looking to prove something, see who's the better gamer, I understand completely the people who want to leave items off in that situation. Alright, now for the next stage of the journey. In Kingdom Hearts 1, a few bosses are not immune to stop, and you can obliterate them if you're willing to chug some MP potions. Ah! Yeah, it's always nice when, you know, you can actually use a little bit of your status effects on boss fights, and, like, incorporate that into your strategy, especially if it's a logical weakness. Now, you don't want to make it too hard, like the Lava Piranha from the original Paper Mario, not Master Quest. In base game Paper Mario, the Lava Piranha is so weak to ice and water that you can completely stun lock him if you just keep using them, and it's ridiculous. No, actually, I would like to continue riding the bus. So, there are ghosties in the tunnel to the next town, and we need to find a way around them. Can't fight them. They'll just keep pestering you until they warp you back to where you started. And this reminds me, I have some unfinished business. Pizza. So, quirky thing about the pizza restaurants in Earthbound, they never sell you anything across the table. They have cash registers, but they never sell you anything. You absolutely have to place a delivery order. Which is just so bonkers to me. Alright, here you gotta talk to Everdred, get a giant stash of money from him. For reasons that I don't completely understand. Oh, right. You're supposed to take her back to her father first. Okay. And then he gives you the money. What the? Dogs? Alright. 2 stupid dogs! There we go. That's one thing taken care of. That is a very powerful healing item we just got. And I'm gonna put it in storage, because it's the kind of thing that you want to save for a really nasty encounter. You're not old enough to buy pizza, kid. They just flat out refuse to sell it to you. What the? Are you following me, sir? I swear he was following me for a minute. I already got the thing from in here. Okay. It's kind of nice that the music in this area, in this building, changes after you bring Paula back. It's the same music that plays in Ness's house. There we go. That's when someone comes over to tell you, hey, Everdred was looking for you. He's got something to give you. What? Your upstairs roommate bought a blender and he loves it. Oh, that must mean that he's, like, using it every day and annoying you with the sound, right? Do any of the characters from this game return in Mother 3? Feels strange to have them in Mother 1 and 2, but not 3. Oh, actually, this is not technically the same characters as in Mother 1. Those were children by the name of Ninton, Anna, and Lloyd, with their occasional friends Pippi and Teddy. As far as we know, they are not the same children that you play as in Earthbound, but, there's enough wiggle room. Like, this is a loose enough narrative to where you could interpret it that way anyway. But, they don't appear directly. You do see, like, kind of a museum near the end of the game, where you'll see, screenshots from Earthbound being played on a projector. But aside from that, there is no presence felt, of Ness and his friends. Yeah, they do look very similar, Ness and Ninten. They went in a completely different direction with Lucas, didn't they? Oh boy, it's that time again. So many people, the first time this happens to them, are like, oh my god, why did the game freeze? What's going on? Do I have to clean my cartridge? No. It's just a goddamn photo man. Here to annoy you once again. Is there anything I can pick up from the department store? I'm honestly thinking of getting another teddy bear, just as, like, general insurance. On the other hand, like, we're gonna be in a new town soon, so I don't really need to spend all that much. Could even say that Lucas was designed by Tetsuya Nomura? Shoot, I don't get that joke. Sorry. Alright, one of these is the backstage pass, the other is a pile of money. Blonde, spiky hair, and blue eyes. Oh! Pfft. Okay, I get it. Okay, I think I've got a pretty good idea of what I have. And just for a couple of supplies on the road, I'm gonna buy some burgers. How do I know these are burgers? Because, I found one in a trash can. That's, like, very famously where you find the first burger in the game. Next to a burger shop. So, yeah, this thing with all the lines in the name, that means burger to me. Hamburger! No, hamburger! Ah, you are, motherfucker! The hell is this? Square Enix! Here's Tetsuya Nomura's left arm.
We need you to design a main character for the latest Final Fantasy game.
Sure. A boy with blonde spiky hair and blue eyes.
This is great, Nomura-san. Thank you.
This feels like very appropriate background music for this situation.
Mr. Tetsuya Nomura, we need you to design a main character for the latest Final Fantasy game.
Sure. A boy with blonde spiky hair and blue eyes.
Okay, thank you, Nomura-san.
How in the world did I not get that joke? Like, I know this trope.
We need you to design a main character for
a boy with blonde spiky hair and blue eyes.
No, make it,
Sir,
brown.
Don't you have any other design ideas than a boy with blonde spiky hair?
Oh my fucking god. If you took Sora and dyed his hair blonde, would he actually just look like Cloud?
Hair and blue eyes.
Hold on, maybe I can answer that question myself. Let's see here. Well, it's not gonna work entirely because this is gonna tint his skin color too. But, The face is a little bit different, but otherwise I can definitely smell the similarities here. The video will answer the question for me. Oh. Okay, I guess I jumped the gun a little bit.
Sir.
A boy with blonde spiky hair. With blue eyes.
Hold on. I think I blinked and I missed it.
With blue eyes.
Who's this guy again? Who the fuck is Roxas? I don't remember him. I heard the name so much, and I had like a visual image in my head, and it wasn't this kid. Who the hell is this baby face? Sora's nobody. Yeah, that's a string of words that makes sense to me.
A boy with long spiky hair and blue eyes. A boy with long spiky hair and blue eyes.
No more! No more!
Mr. Nomura. No.
Oh shit, hang on a minute. Actually, is this gonna be like... might be a little too late for that, but I swear to god, if this music gets copyright claimed... that's as far as I go with that. Besides that, we've got a show to do. It's no time for monkeying around. It's the Tonzura brothers! Oh god, the letters aren't centered! What are you guys doing? Okay, I think my mic actually is picking up the sounds of the thunder now. Sora may be the only character that Nomura has ever designed who is not a boy with blonde, spiky hair and blue eyes. He's close enough! Fuck, it's the same thing in character. I'm surprised I've never seen anyone try to add lyrics to this song. I've heard a parody of Venus's song from later in the game, but never... I haven't heard the Runaway 5 get any love from the fans. Runaway 5, also known as the Tonzura Brothers. Alright, so here's what you gotta do. The thing is that the Tonzura Brothers are trapped in debt by this, like, crooked, theater owner. He's not letting them go. He has, like, $1 million debt on them, so we are going to pay them off. With the massive hunk of money that we got from Everdread for no reason. Yeah, I don't know why the other NPCs disappear. Must be a technical reason. So, you pay off their debt and they're like, hey, we owe ya. Can't do much because we're just a bunch of bums who can play music, but you know what? You can hop on our van and we'll take you for a ride. So let's go! Also, I think that their bus song is way, way better than their concert song. Maybe they're deliberately playing, like, one of their worst songs set after set at the theater as a way of getting back at the theater owner. It's like, yeah, we have this better song that we could play, but we're not going to, because fuck you. You were just humming that song earlier today. For Marvel vs. Capcom 2. It's catchy! It's real catchy. I haven't even played that game, and yet I know that song. I can hear it in the back of my head. I can see my former roommate, like, playing with his arcade stick in the corner. You know what? We've been at it for like an hour and a half. Maybe I can push it just far enough to where we can get to Saturn Valley, and that'll be where I call it quits. Street Fighter 6 got announced. Oh boy. Didn't that already come out? There have been so many Street Fighter games, and yet very few numerical, like, Street Fighter releases. Alright, I need to vacate my inventory a little bit. I could have also ordered a pizza, but I'll hold off on that for now. Alright, get that backstage pass out of my inventory. The other items are the... Right, this thing, the hand aid. Get that out of here. And... I think that's the caramel. That's the bomb, that's the croissant. These are burgers, and that's the teddy bear. Alright, I think we're all in order. Very good. I wonder if there's more blue cultists here. No, it's just like constantly nighttime here because of a zombie plague that has infested the town. Spoilers. I mean, we'll see a zombie eventually. And we did see ghosts, so... not that surprising. Alright, time to buy some weapons. And I'm so glad that they streamlined the purchasing and equipping of items. Like, you can just do it all right there in the menu of the shop there. Very convenient, and I appreciate it. Oh yeah, arms merchant. He might have something good. Maybe. I see a bomb there, but I don't think we can use any of this. Love the comment on the video saying that Chris Redfield is cosplaying as Ryu. Okay, what is this? I'm gonna play this, but I'm not gonna play the sound. Cause you know how modern game companies are with, like, trailer music. Toes! I'm sorry, is this Ryu or is this the Incredible Hulk? Cause goddamn, he is bulked out. Usa! Never heard of this character before. Oh shit! I wasn't paying attention. Alright, well, good thing I still have a teddy bear up and functional. Paula, you just defend. I am afraid of these creatures of the night. Kid wearing a pumpkin and an animated puppet. Rest in peace, teddy bear. It lasted for one battle. But hey, I got a level up out of it, so it wasn't for nothing. So there's one thing to listen to, it's Luke's arm as it grows. It sounds ew. I hope he actually says, "Ugh!" or something like that. Growing arm. I can barely hear that. There we go. Now we can watch it in peace. And look at my muscles!
Alright, you ready? Street Fighter 6.
I felt like I lost my place in the video. Alright, whatever. I did not get anything out of that video. That was just two muscle men showing off in front of me for a few minutes. Not even that, it wasn't even a minute long. That was just such a nothing. Muscle sounds seem more crunchy than you. I still didn't hear it. Like, that background music was just way too loud. Any idea what this is trying to tell me? 575. I feel like this is an advertisement with, like, a phone number or something. Weird. Alright, don't mind me. I am just poking around town looking for goodies to pick up. I think that's another skip sandwich. For some reason, they seem to enjoy putting them, like, at the edge of town. And once again, like, just not a worthwhile thing to keep around, if you ask me. Aha! I can... Oh. I was about to say, I can outrun the ghosts! You cannot outrun the ghosts. Story town that has goofy or cheery music? Yeah, Onet, the first town in the game. That's got really chipper music. They kind of just want to like hum along to, and put a little beat in your step. Tucson that we just came from also was pretty nice and peaceful. And Foreside was so good that they remixed it and put it in, like, Smash Bros. Ultimate. It was pretty good. Yeah, it's just a coincidence that we went from a cultist town to a haunted town. But, yeah, the franchise does have a bit of a history with these, like, spook tunes. I'll see if I can play something from the first game to show you an example of where we came from. Let's see. Yeah, this is like the dungeon music from the first game. Fun fact, they actually remixed this and put it into Earthbound, but it never got used. I imagine that it would be great to play in, like, the catacombs in the graveyard here. But it just never got used for some reason. Alright, I think this item is like bug spray. So I'm gonna put that in there. Spooky zombies. Yeah, let me go ahead and like load up that hidden track. I unfortunately don't know how to mute the game's output anymore because I like changed a few settings. Yeah, let me just check real quick and see if there's anything I can do. Jirori is what that says, the thing I just picked up? Huh. What if I did this? And then tried to play music? No, that does not work. You guys cannot hear this right now, I don't think. Oh, that's what the zombies text box says. Okay. I imagine these are just, like, weird zombie sounds. Alright, so clearly that does not work. Well, darn, I don't know how to get this to happen then. I guess I can just overlay it, if you guys don't mind that too much. Jiro Jiro. Wait, that's all it says? In the English version, it says stuff like, he looks through you, or... Hang on, this music does not work. Overlapping the battle music. Yeah, in the English version, it says stuff like, the zombie, looks through you. The zombie gazes into your soul. Or something like that. That's actually a really important cutscene to trigger. For some reason. Alright, hold nothing back. These enemies are dangerous. The ghosts, in particular, are very, very annoying, and I would like to avoid them altogether if I can. They can inflict a ghost possession status effect on you, which is something that can only be removed by one of those healers with the blue hair. So, would very much prefer not to get involved with them, if possible. And I especially don't want to go to Saturn Valley with one of those little things following me around. Yeah, that was a hard day's work. How about we take a rest at the good old hotel? I mean, there's no staff here for some strange reason, but there's a lady. Well, as it turns out, she was in cahoots with the zombies. The staff is at the cemetery, if you know what I mean. They come back. Oh wait, actually that's a bad thing in this context. They're fine for some reason. Alright, with that, we are trapped. Now we must call out to our third friend, who will magically hear our thoughts and prayers and awaken to begin his journey. Well, that's an interesting character. Any idea what that was? That Japanese character that was completely enclosed in a box? That's kanji? Huh. Yeah, it seems like they don't use that too often. Kuni means country. Gotcha. Yeah, this is implied to be a completely different, like, continent. I hate how that text bubble appears to be coming from his crotch when he wakes up. Alright, well, here's Jeff and his friend Tony. He will not be with us for very long. They only use kanji for those fancy text transitions. Yeah, probably anything stemming from a cutscene outside of a standard text box is where they use it. So these NPCs say that Tony's birthday is tomorrow, and every single present is for him, and they all contain, like, hand-decorated cookies for him. And you can steal every single one of them if you so choose. I choose not to. The game doesn't really comment on it all that much. Like, if you talk to them again after taking one, they'll say, "Jeff, how could you?" But that's it. I mean, you've got a mostly empty inventory, so... Okay, hang on a minute. There's some junk in my inventory right now. Can you help me figure out which items are which? This is a bottle rocket. 5 of them. Like a 5-unit... Oh, right, they're called pencil rockets in Japan. My mistake. Alright. So this is a 5er of pencil rockets. I think one of these is a food item. And then 2 of these are, I think, a ruler and a protractor, which are of no use to me whatsoever, and I would like to get rid of them. So, if you happen to know... Oops. If anyone happens to know which is which, let me know. We'll call this number 1, number 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'll work on those later. Penshiro Roketo! Yeah, pencil rockets. If you ever get Jeff as an assist trophy in Smash Brothers, that's what it looks like. They're not actually made from pencils, they're just, like, vaguely pencil-shaped. Which, I guess if you look at it a certain way, rockets are in fact pencil-shaped. So I got a locker key, which I think that's literally what this spells out, is a Roka key, or something like that. But unfortunately, it is a piece of crap. That does not work, so we have to take it back. This is a really silly part of the game. And by silly, I mean tedious. We say pencil-shaped because the alternative is calling them phallic. These are school children, alright? Incidentally, they actually opted to make the pencil rockets in Mother 3 a bit more pencil-shaped. So, if I can find the icon, I will show you guys what I mean. Where is it? I don't see it. Lots of screenshots from Mother 3, but none of them are what I seek. Yeah, I think I would have to go to, like, a walkthrough or a video in order to find this icon and show it to you. Oh, hang on a minute. Very small icon, but it works. This is what it looks like in Mother 3. As you can see, it is indeed very pencil-shaped. Alright, and we got the key exchanged for a so-called bad key machine. And with that, we can finally get into these lockers and get some cool junk. Is that a hamburger? No, I can't eat it. Huh, I wonder what it is. Maybe you can read it? This thing right here, it's 2 of the same phrase being repeated. And honestly, the last syllable is the same as the second and fourth. So... Bang bang gun. Oh, that probably just means, like, bang bang gun, like it's a toy gun. Yeah. So, in English, this would be pop gun. So, bang bang gun makes a lot of sense. It's just like an onomatopoeia for, like a gun. And so is pop. Incidentally, I know ahead of time that these two items are broken items. Like, I know this prefix now when I look at it. Those first 4 characters indicate that an item is broken and that Jeff can fix it. So, we'll be coming back to that later. This thing. I don't know what this thing is. Alright, that's a food item, whatever that is. Might be an egg. Given how excited the text box seems to be, I'm gonna say that these two are the pencil and protractor. Sorry, the ruler and the protractor. Alright, am I all good to go? The other item I got was a hat. Gotcha. Alright, farewell, Tony. You were the most essential stepping stool a friend could ask for. Another way I can identify which items are which is by seeing what their sell price is. So let's check it out. You'll buy this for $1. And you will buy this for $1. Alright, broken thing, gun, hat, egg, rockets, and the bad key machine. Let me just go ahead and put that in front. Even though I'm not gonna need it for quite some time. It's the monkey from Mother 3! Oh my god! Not quite, but they are pretty similar in design. Yeah, it's kind of a reversal, a role reversal. In Mother 3, you controlled the monkey, and your human companion was an abusive dickhead that would you had to rely on to win battles for you. But in this game, you are the one controlling, like you're the one with the monkey following you. No dickheadery involved, which is good. We basically just need him to clear one puzzle, and that's it. He says kya kya. Well, hey, can you figure out what this item is? I already looked this up ahead of time, so I actually know what this is. But, this is the monkey's favorite food. And he will demonstrate what it is right here before your very eyes! Whoop. It's, baburu gamu, or something like that. Fusangamu. That probably just means, like, chewing gum. Yeah, gamu. Gum. I mean, what can I say? He's just a monkey that loves to chew gum. Oh, you... Okay, note to self, the monkey absolutely counts as a party member, and the enemies can sneak up on him. Even though he is easily distracted and not very dependable. Well, I already know that this is a cookie. Because that's all that the crows drop. That's their bread and butter. Oh, by the way, there's a funny story about the crows. They were also in the first game, Mother. And in that game, they were shown holding cigarettes. Kind of a weird design quirk. I never really understood why. Like, they wore shoes, so it was just something to help them be more anthropomorphic. But yeah, in the English version, Earthbound Beginnings, Shigesato Itoi specifically requested that the cigarette be removed from the sprite. And no other bird has been depicted smoking since then, because Itoi himself had at that point quit smoking, and he didn't want to have any smoking imagery in any of his games from that point forward. Yeah, that ram definitely was tough. It's the most difficult enemy that we'll run into, but that's okay. Because we've got a free place to heal right here, and we can save at the shop, and we don't have very far to travel. I do not understand why this counts. This happened last time I played, too. I was hitting these dogs head on, and it counted as a sneak attack. Like, I'm not complaining, but that seems like a bug that ought to be fixed. And in fact, I don't remember that ever happening in the English version. So maybe they did patch it by the time it went overseas. Who knows? And yeah, I gotta get Jeff some EXP, otherwise he's not gonna stand a chance. No, they're not gonna fix that bug now. Yeah, the crows drop cookies, and the dogs very often drop bread rolls. So, very easy to get food items around here. Even if you can't afford much of anything. I didn't actually buy anything in that shop, by the way, because Jeff does not have access to the ATM. He doesn't have a bank card in his inventory, so he can't really buy anything, but it is actually possible to save up enough money by defeating monsters and selling the items that they drop, to where you can actually get the T-Rex baseball bat before you leave this area, and bring it with you to Threed, and just absolutely smash things with Ness when you get back. Fixing the bug would involve getting involved with Earthbound development again, and we all know Nintendo doesn't want to do that! Ho 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 ho! Yeah, like, we've had unofficial access to the entire trilogy for quite some time, but it really is just its own unique feeling of legitimacy and triumph when you finally get to play a game like this on official Nintendo hardware. In this case, the Japanese version that I've only read about before recently. It just feels good to play. Oh. I think that the goats drop salt packets. Can you read this at all? I'm pretty sure that may literally just say salt. And that is a bad condiment for pretty much every food item in my inventory. So I'm gonna get rid of it. Chia. Chia? Well, whatever it is, I do not need it. There was a dog stuck in that tree, and I killed it. I am a monster. I'm having unfortunate flashbacks to Moon, which I played just yesterday. And it was like, oh no, a rabid dog. Whatever will our intrepid hero do? Murder! It's sheer? Huh. That's kind of funny coming from a goat, but I'm pretty sure that's a condiment that it was. In fact, I can double check right now. Let me see. Starman.net has a really comprehensive database. So I can just go on here, type in gruff goat, and he has a chance of dropping a salt packet. Salt being a bad food condiment in an RPG with early teenagers? Like, I have cookies and bread rolls. I'm not gonna put salt on them. I might put it on the egg, but yeah, that's about it. The problem with condiments in Earthbound, like, it's a cool idea. You combine two items into one, and it makes a better healing item. The problem is that if it's a bad combination, it makes a worse healing item. You have no way of knowing exactly what mixes with what. And worst of all, it happens automatically. You have no input over it. Whatever food item you eat first with a condiment in your inventory, that's what the condiment applies to. Alright, I think Jeff just fixed the spray can in his inventory. So that's what that is. I think that's a defense-boosting item. You know what? I can think of one place I can get some mileage out of it. Boy, I really need more... I need more EXP. And I'm not gonna get it just fighting, you know, crows and dogs. Gotta move on. Alright, here's a particularly strange part of the game. The Bubble Monkey wants some bubblegum. He's going to float over the water. And what do you know? It's a lake monster! I love that face that it makes. In fact, wasn't there, like... Hold on a minute. Didn't someone, like, make a cosplay out of this once? Or they just had the face, like, as a cardboard cutout, and they held it in front of their face, and then ran around with it? Well, it's not quite... it's not quite cosplay, but here's a cool thing that someone did. If it wasn't so goddamn impractical, yeah, I would like to put that on my keyboard too. It just completely comes out of nowhere to help you, and, yeah, now we move on. By the way, if you like jokes like that, let me go ahead and shout out my own YouTube video that I made, years ago. Compilation of the streams I did for Earthbound last time. I had some overlay jokes in that one, too. Mostly of Dr. Robotnik. I superimposed Dr. Robotnik over, like, every major boss fight. And a good time was had by me. Hey, it's another one of these guys. But I don't have the item, so I can't get rid of it. Hey, you wanted some goofy music, Geonamic Warrior? Well, here you go. This is like the music that plays in the house of, like, unassuming, goofball NPCs. Alright, what is this? Is this like a food? I guess so. Well, in that case, let me eat the cookies first. There we go. Actually, now that I look at it, the game volume might be a little bit lower than I realized. So I'll bump it up a little bit. Something that would fit right in with the Donkey Kong scene. You mean like the TV show Donkey Kong Country? Oh no, my PSI got disabled. Whatever shall I do? Sorry about that, I went into like a coughing fit. Yeah, these mad ducks are like the funniest enemies in the game. They only really show up here, and they have a bunch of abilities that can disrupt PSI abilities. But Jeff doesn't use PSI. He uses like guns and technology. So all their disruptive efforts are completely wasted. Aren't there also small scenes in modern Donkey Kong games? I mean, I guess there's little ditties that play when you go into shops. But, like, cutscenes? Not all that many. In fact, I think the cutscenes only play, like, before and after boss battles. Well, except for the intro, but, you know, that's a whole nother thing. You know what? I can imagine this playing in a Mario vs. Donkey Kong game. I haven't played one of those in years. And I don't really like any of them except for the first one. Because it's like, kind of an unofficial continuation of Donkey Kong 94. Is that what it was? 94 or 98? Hang on. Make sure I get this right. It's just called Donkey Kong on the Game Boy. It's really fun. Yeah, 1994 Donkey Kong on Game Boy. The first Mario vs. Donkey Kong felt like a remake of that, and that had some really silly music. And I mean, it fits. It's not a very high-stakes game. Mario is literally just chasing after Donkey Kong because Donkey Kong stole all the mini Mario toys. And then after that, Mario vs. Donkey Kong turned into a Lemmings clone. Which is fine, but that's... like, I really don't like it when games within the same genre, like, from one game to the next, it completely changes from one genre to a different one. You know, people have had that complaint with Paper Mario over the years, how it kind of started morphing from an RPG with a lot of technical depth to it, to basically an adventure game with some puzzles. That's another broken item. Have I been getting any equipment out of these boxes? No. I wonder what this enemy's name is in Japanese. In English, it's called a worthless protoplasm. It's just... I mean, I guess it's just a slime, but... I think the substitute for slime enemies in Earthbound is, like, the little barf piles. So these pink dudes, I have no idea what they're supposed to be. It's just a weird mass of something. And you know what? That's fine. That's all it has to be. Poo slime! Imagine... I bet that's what they're called in Japanese. It's some kind of pun. Like the whole situation with soft in bo-bo-bo-bo-bo-bo-bo. So why is it that instead of, mimic enemies? I don't know, that's just, like, what their sprite shows up as on the field. There are many enemies that show up like gift boxes, and I really don't know why. It's just kind of a catch-all, miscellaneous, weird thing. I guess it could also imply that the thing that you're fighting is, like, some kind of possessed item. Oh, this one's real. This is a croissant, I think. Yes, this is older than Pokemon, and I know that for a fact now because I have an RPG timeline that I wrote. So I can consult it whenever I need to know what came out when. So, a fun thing about this particular part of the game is that this entire dungeon that you see here, like, it looks very artificial, doesn't it? Like, this was just a bunch of rocks put here by someone. That's because that's exactly what it is. This guy right here, he built it. He fancies himself a dungeon designer. And he aspires to be the world's first fusion between man and dungeon. Don't read into that too much. So, he was the one that put the enemies there. He was the one that put the gift boxes there. It's just very silly, the idea of a dungeon engineer and designer in an RPG setting. Like, that's just what he does for a living. Anyway, on to, Slugtown. When you run into him later in the game, he's got all these signposts everywhere talking about, like, the elements of good dungeon design, and it's, like, the easiest dungeon in the game. Hello? Apparently I've been playing too long, so Ness's dad is calling me, saying, hey, wouldn't it be a good idea if you took a break, my boy? Oh, wait a minute, you're not my son. Sorry. Wrong number. Did anyone ever see Germa's, livestream of Deltarune? Or at the very least, the highlight video that was put up recently? There's a joke in there immediately following him doing, like, a little shtick about, like, I know when someone calls you and it's a wrong number. And over the entire stream, he's been, recording samples of himself making chimp noises. Because someone in the past compared his Twitch chat to a bunch of, like, violent monkeys watching his livestream, ready to tear him apart at any moment if he fucks up. So he tells a bad joke about calling a wrong number, and just starts, like, playing them rapid fire one after the other, like he's being torn apart by a mob of chimps. I got too much stuff. Alright, time to eat egg. Link's Awakening, Dampy would host dungeons that Link made, but everything's a dream, so it's reasonable. Oh, you mean the remake on Switch, right? I never tried that. The custom dungeon did sound like a pretty cool feature, though. I wasn't that much of a fan of the art style they went with for that Link's Awakening remake, but I do think that it has its value, and I would love to see a 3D remake of the first game in the Mother series in that exact style. It's like I don't like it on Link, but it would be great for these guys. I know that the Game Boy graphics were really super deformed and all that, but... Oh, hang on, what's this? I don't know what this is, so I'm gonna leave it behind. No, I want to leave it behind. Oh, you did spell his name right. I think there's usually an accent on the E, but yeah, that doesn't really matter. That's the gun. That's the bad key machine. That's the pack of gum. Don't know what that was. But it healed me for a lot, whatever it was. So, mission accomplished. Featuring Dampy from the Legend of Zelda May Cry series. But Rory? I think it said. We're talking about the item that I just used? But Rory. That probably translates to, like, butter roll or something. But roll. I love it when these end in an instant. The third one going up on the right. Did I eat it already? I got another birthday message just now. I need to catch up on my freaking birthday messages. I always wait until the end to respond to birthday wishes on social media and what have you. You know, just so I can get it all done in one go. God damn, loading me up with cookies here. Alright, that should be a bracelet or something. There we go. As we get older, less people care about our birthday wishes, and it's too bad. Honestly, that goes for me too. Like, birthday is just not that big of an affair for me personally anymore. And part of that is because I'm generally a lot more satisfied with my life. Like, I can't think of anything that I would want. Like, if I just had people gifting me random junk, I would be like, thanks for the thought, but, like, I have no practical application for this, so I'm gonna have to get rid of it, and I feel bad about it. So, like, I just sidestepped that whole issue by, like, not requesting very much, to begin with. I think that, you know, a nice dinner and a cake, like, that's enough, generally. And spending time with friends and family. I generally don't ask for more. Maybe a game every now and again. Forgot what this is. That thing's broken. Gratitude is a heck of a good mental thing to have. Alright, puzzle solved! That's what we needed the monkey for. And that's also why the monkey was the one that triggered the lake monster to appear. Because it would not have been good if we got stranded on this side before we could get the monkey, and we would have no way back across. Yeah, and that mentality on, like, birthday gifts has also impacted what I get for other people. So, generally, I don't get all that much, but every now and again, I will try to, like, create something either for or on behalf of someone that I know and care about. Usually music, every once in a while, something more visually artistic. I made something out of perler beads for my mother for one of her birthdays, for example. Alright, so these might not be the same monkeys as what appeared in Mother 3, but the Mother 3 monkeys were definitely inspired by these. Like, they're the same in spirit, even if they are completely different characters. Alright, I am a little bit afraid of cavemen. So I'm going to go heal first. That may not be a Mother 3 monkey, but that monkey is a mother. Ha! That's never confirmed, but very much implied that those monkeys are getting it on. So here we are in the Stonehenge, most popular tourist attraction in all of Foggyland. And we got this little Kokeshi doll right here that no Westerner would have even the foggiest idea what it means. What's this little thing here? Why is it blocking my way? I can eat a cookie, but that's not going to do anything about it. In fact, I'm going to just drop the cookie. So, apparently there's a pun that can be made in Japanese between kokeshi and the word for erase, which might just be keshi. So, the item you get to remove this thing, you know, that's the whole reason it's there, is to make a pun. So, in response to this music, you know that whole meme about human music? Well, you can just interpret this as alien music. It's basically just a whole bunch of like sirens going off. Oi! Sneaky cave boy. Alright, where's that spray bottle that I got? I think it's this? It's like the best application I have for it, is to guard myself against the beatings of a caveman. I am not guaranteed to exit this battle alive, by the way. This caveman is tanky as hell. The only saving grace is that his attack has like a 50% hit rate. So if we're lucky, he will whiff every single one of his attacks. And I win. It's not really worth it to fight the cavemen. You may as well just go beat up a bunch of mushrooms. Never mind, I just got 2 level ups out of that. Maybe the EXP is worth it. But yeah, approach with caution. They hit hard. And the item they drop is a picnic lunch, which is a decent healing item. Not the best, but it's okay. I guess it's technically the best that you can get at this point in the game. By like 20 points. Oh yeah, Labo. They changed that in the English version to just say lab. Because it doesn't really make sense in English, but it makes perfect sense in Japanese, even though it is not a Japanese word. Yeah, Labo. It's a truncated French word that has a lot of application in other languages besides English. Which is to say that, like, English is one of the rare languages that it doesn't work in. I forget what it's short for. It's something very similar to laboratory. Laboratoire, I think, is what it says. And I don't remember what all the implications of a laboratoire are. I'm imagining that it's just like a place where work gets done. May or may not be scientific in nature. Alright, that's 3 broken items that I have so far. Let's get this show on the road. Laboratoire is just laboratory? Oh. So this is Dr. Ann Donuts, Jeff's somewhat estranged father. Apparently Jeff has been away at a boarding school for like 10 years. His father barely recognizes him. But now we need his help. As you can see, he is something of a scientist himself. And this is where we get to use the Skywalker. Known in America as Sky Runner, because you can't use that phrase in America without drawing immediate associations with a certain family of Jedi Masters. Anyway, enjoy the music. I'm gonna kick back and have a drink. It just now hit me that this is probably supposed to be a substitution for the airplane in Earthbound Beginnings. The airplane you also used to fly around the world. It didn't take you to a destination. It was more just to show you what the world had to offer without you know, risk of being attacked by a random encounter. And it was kind of cool. You were required to use it 10... No, you're supposed to get 10 tickets out of it, so that's like 3 or 4 plane rides, depending on how many party members you have. And when you're all done, you will have seen, like, half of the world. You will have your attention drawn to where one of the 8 melodies is hidden. And you'll be able to rent a tank. Yeah, of all things. Buy my plane tickets enough times and I'll let you ride around in my tank. And then you use that to blow up a robot that's guarding the entrance to some ruins where a bunch of monkeys are hanging out, and you go through, and there's a secondary entrance to Magicant, and you go through, and then you exit, and then you pop out of a new tunnel, and that's like a shortcut to get to the next town. Oh boy, what a sequence of events. All because the railroad is broken. That whole rigmarole would not have happened if it weren't for the bridge being broken. By the way, Geonymic Warrior, have you seen this part of the game before? Did you know that this was actually going to crash? Because if not, you might be psychic. Alright, here we go. Ha! That was a joke, but you were spot on. Series is so weird, I bet in Italy they call it Mamma Mia. I don't... jokes. I don't think this ever came to Europe for quite a long time. And when it did, I think it was just the English version all over again. So, Earthbound, Earthbound, Earthbound. Yeah, I forgot about this photo op earlier. Alright, so the next thing that has to be done is to figure out how to get rid of the zombies. For some reason, we can't simply fight them. Even though, at this point, they would be pretty easy to take out. Now to find that not stripper lady for vengeance, I wish. She never shows up again. Ever. Yeah, she's like a complete non-sequitur character, really. Oh. Those aren't NPCs, those are puppet enemies. I think Jeff is tough enough to where he can handle them. Plus, we have a teddy bear. Stop that. You know what? I would say that that's about the only time where the teddy bear really can save your bacon. Is if you're up against an enemy that loves using status effect PSI. And they keep targeting the teddy bear, which cannot be affected by status effects. Much like the substitute in Pokemon. Alright, that's the gun that I got rid of. That I replaced. So we'll sell that. Anything else I want to get rid of? Bad key machine... Pack of bubblegum. I can just get rid of both of these at this point. This thing, I don't remember what it is. I got 3 broken items. I think this is the picnic lunch. And this, I don't know what it is either. $9 for whatever that is. Alright, what about this? $14. Alright, whatever these are, they're not very valuable. Are they edible? No. And no. Alright, I have no idea what these are. Also, you apparently have, weapons for sale. I will happily take one. Nice. I guess I can buy another bottle rocket or two. Oh, is that the other? Is that one of the things that I have? Hang on. Oh yeah, that's totally what it is. Like, you can even tell because this is the pencil rocket times 5. And it's the exact same lettering as the other pencil rocket items, it's just that this one has 5. Alright, well that makes it really easy to remember. Alright. Yeah, bottle rockets are great. They deal a huge burst of damage. Only problem, of course, is that they are limited in number. So that's 2 things. What about this? Did I get, like, obsolete equipment at some point? No. Alright, I have no idea what this is then. I think this is the only thing that I don't know what it is. So let's get into a fight real quick and see if I can use it. Hey, that circus tent was not there before. Should I go ahead and fight it? I wonder. Nah, I should buy some better equipment first. But not before I test out that item, whatever it is. If any enemies decide to show up. Anyone? So there's another spooky town in Earthbound Beginnings, but they treat it a little bit differently from, you know, what you see here. Here, it's very obvious. There are enemies wandering around that you can see in town. All the outer houses are abandoned if you go and check on them. You know, you'll knock and no one will be there. Or they'll be, like, holed up inside or something. So, most people are congregating in the center of town. Closer to the circus tent. Whereas in Earthbound Beginnings, where are the enemies? I just need to fight one thing and then I'm done. Where did they go? I guess I should go to the graveyard. In Earthbound Beginnings, there's a town that is known as Halloween, or Spookan, depending on which version you're playing. And that has, like, 2 major sections, like a downtown area and a residential area. And the downtown area is completely abandoned. You'll find no businesses in operation there, and there will be random battles hounding you every step of the way. And then you get to the residential area, and everyone's all scared of a, you know, haunted mansion further north of town. So that's where you gotta do your thing. Yes, tents. We are going to fight a tent. I forgot to use the stupid item! Alright, hang on a minute, hang on. We're not done yet. Okay, this thing. What the hell is it? I think that might be bug spray? Hold on a minute. Just based on the sound that it made. I'm gonna double check. I need to know what the hell that thing is. Which, even if it is bug spray, like, that's really not a helpful item. I may as well just sell that. Alright, let's see here. Yep, it's bug spray. Sachiao Supre, or Spray. Well, I guess that has to mean, like, insect killing or something. I think Paula also had one, so if I move this into the other inventory... Oh, did I use it? Oops. Okay, never mind. I don't care either way. It's out of my inventory. That's what matters. And now for the other 2 things. Man, I gotta say, whatever I did, settings-wise with my Elgato, like, it's been working wonders. I have not experienced any of that usual problem that I have, where I experience an audio desync over time. So maybe I didn't need a new capture card after all, I just needed to fuck with the settings more. Again, I don't know what I did, but it's working. Alright, bubblegum, don't need that, and bad key machine, go away. Alright, still not quite ready. I need to buy a few things for Jeff before we continue. Two items. What are these two items? I'm pretty sure this is the, like, copper bracelet or whatever. So we'll give that to Jeff. Sell the previous bracelet, and then the other thing... I don't know what this is, but I guess I'm buying it. Huh. Maybe it's a helmet? Well, whatever it is, now Jeff and Ness both have them. So, that's good. Ness, you can get rid of your charm and give it to Jeff. So that's the little loopy thing over here. There we go. There we go. A little bit of paralysis protection, never hurt nobody. And I think that's about as... well, maybe I could get another level or two for Jeff. Ah, screw it. Let's just unload everything we've got on that tent. What kind of items do I have? Still got a teddy bear. I got this thing, whatever it is. I have no idea what it is. Is it equipment? No. The eternal question, what am I holding? I'm trying to decide what I want to use the big bottle rocket on. And you know what? I think I'm gonna use it on the tent. Because while there is another mini-boss coming up that's very nasty, this thing has access to an instant kill attack. So I think this takes priority. Paula, what kind of support magic do you have? I don't know what this does. Let's test it out. Oh wait, that's a buff on someone. Alright, try it on Jeff. Oh, it's a PSI shield! Rip teddy bear. It's like the monster house from Final Fantasy VII, except less expressive. I have not played that, but I have fought a similar such monster in Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, so I think I know what you're talking about. Oh, never mind, it's dead. So, that was a pushover only because I used the 5-pack of pencil rockets. Like, that was the only one that I have, so I decided this was the best place to use it. I can buy more later, but, you know, not for a while yet. Alright, the zombies were guarding something. Can you make out what this says? Of course, you've seen me play this game before, so you know what this is already. That is the zombie paper that we are going to use. Himitsu? What? Wait, what? That actually says something, and it's not like Romaji? Heimitsu. Huh. I wonder what that means. Well, in the English version at least, we use this in a manner similar to flypaper. It is implied that it is placed on the floor of the circus tent. And why is it not exiting my inventory? Wait, no, that's the fly honey! That's the fly honey, god damn it. Okay, I forgot about that. We don't get the fly paper just yet. Sorry, zombie paper. There we go. Moshi Moshi. That is the Apple Kid calling to tell us that he has just invented zombie paper and it is on its way right now. I got my events a little bit out of order. So, Heimitsu. Is that close to any kind of honey-related word in Japanese, I wonder? Because, yeah, just like how we're... Wow, I didn't even make this connection before, but, he actually says Moshi Moshi when he answers. Ah! I didn't realize that. I was just saying that because, like, that's what every Japanese media says whenever someone answers the phone. Okay, so this is fly honey. You know, bees make bee honey, flies make fly honey. It's implied to be extremely disgusting. That's what we found in the tent, and then this is the zombie paper, which we are going to use. So yeah, that's kind of a funny connection that I didn't realize before. Is, like, we're going to be trapping the zombies like flies. After having just gotten something that is made by flies. Also, I wonder why the center of the tent is a slightly different color than the rest of it. That's a little bit weird. Alright, here we go. Deep L confirms it says honey. Ah. By the way, let's see if I can trigger a bit of funny business here before I leave. It may be too early in the game for me to do anything with this. Geonemic, if you didn't know... Okay, you already do know. Yeah, there's a bug in this game related to this exact spot, because it technically reads into an out-of-bounds area. I'm not getting any delays about with the text box, so that tells me that it's not doing anything. So maybe it's a little too early for me to be doing this. Maybe an event flag causes it to go haywire later. But yeah, I first discovered that when someone came into my Twitch chat last time I streamed this game and told me about it, and I was like, no way. And I went to do it, and, well, the rest is history, isn't it? Here we go. The zombies are coming. Not for brains, but for a trap. Oh yeah, funny thing here. Every time you stay at a hotel, Bellhop will show up outside your door and you can talk to him and he'll read the headline from the local newspaper. It's different for every town, and a lot of different event flags change the text that he reads to you. And here in Threed, they apparently are receiving a publication called the Zombie Herald, talking about all the ways that we're messing with the zombies' plans, and how they're angry at us. No, I can confirm to you, no, they did not edit out the zombie's ribcage, on the zombie dog. It is completely intact, and I don't like it. It's very gross. Also, zombie dogs are the first major enemy in this game that can poison you, and I don't yet have the PSI necessary to cure it, so I would like to avoid all zombie dogs if possible. In the English version, all the zombies have... They're either unresponsive or they, like, yell at you. Like, you're the enemy of all zombies. I'll hate you for the rest of my quote-unquote life. And so on and so forth. You know what? I got the money for it. How about one more bottle rocket for the road? Or, sorry, pencil rocket. They're not that expensive. I could just go ahead and fill up Jeff's inventory with them. There we go. And I will use them liberally. That was a combination of yelling and complaining from the zombies from what you could read. Good. They deserve to suffer. Nah, they don't really deserve it. They're being, like, puppeteered by some kind of wacky invention made by the next boss enemy we're gonna fight. Let's see. Which one of these was the spray can? Was it this? I think. Yeah, there we go. Wow, that barely did any damage. Bug spray fucking sucks. I guess I'll rely on a bit of fire for this one. One of them made it sound like moo! Sure you've heard a million times in anime. Oh, I thought you were gonna say zombie movies. What? A meme picture saying Paula tried PSI Freeze Omega. Oh, that's... That's not an Earthbound joke, that's actually a Deltarune joke. Yeah, there's a certain thing that can happen in that game with regards to a certain playable female character, and oh god, Jeff's about to die. A certain playable female character and ice magic. So that's like drawing a parallel between Paula and that character in Deltarune. God damn it! That's what I was hoping wouldn't happen. Alright, guess... You know what? No, I'm not going to accept that. Like, that necessitates an entire trip back to the hospital. For one ghost. Yeah, let's work on Jeff before we get that far. Alright, high priority targets in this area include zombie dogs and piles of puke. Those must be taken out swiftly. Zombies, not so much. They're fine. Yeah, zombie dogs can inflict poison. The piles can inflict crying, which is a not very nice status ailment that I don't want to have to deal with. I think that's the silver bracelet? I could be wrong. Okay, I have no idea what that is. Well, it has some affiliation with the number 20. I can use it on a party member. Is it a food item? Alright, hold on. What the hell is this? Why did it only recover, like, 6 points of HP? Dabur... God damn it, it's a skip sandwich. Daburi Sukipu Sando. So, Skipu Sando, that means skip sandwich. That's just romanized skip sandwich. And Daburi, I guess that means double? Or, in English, it's a deluxe skip sandwich. Which I wish I hadn't, like, I've already complained about this. The effects are just not... just not worthwhile. But I will use it to attempt to run away. Daburu, not Daburi. Did he just give me a cold? What, did the zombie cough on me or something? What kind of attack is that? Work those calves, girls! Oi! I had a feeling we'd run out. I had a feeling we wouldn't be able to escape the wrath of the zombie doggo. You know what? I'm not taking any chances. That thing's got to get blown to smithereens. Damn it! It's too fast. Alright, change of plan. We're going to try to just outrun it. I can't. Oh my god, that thing's fast! God, they're just as much of a menace as they are in Resident Evil. Except when they're not? Okay, I got that one for free somehow. Alright, that has to be the silver bracelet. Yeah, somehow it's even more scary when nothing happens. That's part of what made the Rosemary Mansion in Earthbound Beginnings so scary, was that there was, like... It was completely pitch black. It had a similar layout to this, with all the staircases and such, but the layout was confusing, and the details were very, very sparse. Every now and again you would see a torch on the wall, and maybe, like, a candle on a table, and a fireplace here and there, but they were all basically, like, yellow outlines of objects. The rest of it was completely pitch black. And, of course, there were very mean zombies hounding you every step of the way, and you never know when they were going to jump out. In fact, I would say that the random battle thing, like, might actually enhance a horror-themed RPG game. But that's debatable. He makes a joke of the dogs. Carcinogen SDA, Resident Evil 1, bet you'd love to see it. Oh boy. Well, you do get a lot of firepower in Resident Evil 1, it's just a matter of, you know, you have to conserve your ammo and all that stuff. So I'm sure there are ways to trivialize the dogs. But when is it safe for you to do so? Is the big question. Alright, I think we're pretty much ready. This little guy is interested in the fly honey that I'm carrying, but then he realizes I am not one of them. Calls me a traitor. Get a dog into a corner and they're screwed? Oh, you don't say. That was a bigger burst of damage than I was expecting. Do we have any food handy? I think I got a croissant. Alright, good. Alright, PSI shields are up. Blast away. Try not to die. For the love of Pete. Man, it's still not dead. I got 3 rockets remaining. I'm gonna hold on to him for future difficult encounters, because he should be just about dead. Nice. Yeah, that's normally a very tedious and difficult battle, because he usually... Like, usually the first move he does is to burp in your face and cause everyone to start crying, which severely reduces the accuracy of physical attacks, and cannot be cured with PSI at this point in the game. Resident Evil 1 dogs take hella knockback from any attack, so stun-locking them is very easy. Really? So you could even do that with a knife if you wanted to, huh? Hello, old man. You've got food for sale. I guess I'll take some. Alright, home stretch. We're almost there. And by that I mean we've almost reached Saturn Valley, which is a terrific place to take a break. That's a lot of things coming at me. What is this? I don't like the look of these things. I pulled out all the stops. I did not want to take any chances. Yep, we got frogs, we got zombies, we got red ants. Which, there are indeed some forms of ants out there in the world that are very nasty, and I wouldn't want to deal with them in or out of an RPG. Yeah, let's try a bit of fire this time. Ants. Ants. I don't know if you guys noticed, but that frog took 1 point of damage from Jeff's attack. In English, they are called armored frogs, for a damn good reason. It's basically the game telling you, hey buddy, you'd better have some PSI energy left, or else you're up a creek without a paddle. Alright, it's kind of calm up till here. What's this? Oh, that was food. In that case, I will not use it right away. Yep, don't know what it is, but it's edible. There's a form of red ant, here in the US that's very tiny, but they will swarm you the moment you bother their nest. Fire ants. Ugh. Ugh. Don't want to think about that. I've had a very nasty experience with yellow jackets before, who exhibited the exact same behavior. All because I happened to stick my shovel, by pure chance, where it should not have gone. Notice that the cave music is a little bit different than usual. Nope, don't know what that is either. If you want to avoid the worst bugs in the world, never go to Costa Rica. Oh god. Is it giant killer roaches? They've got the bullet ant and the executioner wasp down there. Ugh. Yeah, I'm assuming they got their name for good reason. So, welcome to Wacky Land. This is where all the Mr. Saturns hang out. And all their funny little speech patterns. I'm gonna guess that the little, like, wiggly lines don't mean anything. They won't kill you, they'll make you wish you were dead from the pain. I mean, which is worse? Well, welcome to Hotel Saturn. We got, like, an armchair on a table, and a telephone up on top of a ladder. The finest amenities for all the world to see. By the way, I heard that the Japanese Mr. Saturns, like, end their sentences with, poo-poo noises. Like, literally, they say poo every now and again, or something similar. It's a weird little speech quirk that they have, and that's why they make those funny little noises whenever you hit people with them in Super Smash Bros. You know, they bounce off stuff and go... Noni? Noni? Who begins their sentence with a question mark? What a bunch of weirdos. Yeah, you've heard of Moon Speak, now get ready for Saturn Speak. They say Noni a bit. Alright, maybe that's their little speech quirk. Well, here's the trash cave. I'm not gonna go through any of this. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up for the night. Because, the only thing that you'll see me doing here is trying to figure out what the hell all these items are and getting them sorted. And here's the infamous plateau of nothingness. And likewise, the ladder to nowhere. Maybe that's why the Mr. Saturns like to, quote-unquote, play ladder in Mother 3. Oh yeah, there you go! Geonamic Warrior, you were wondering who returns from Mother 2 into Mother 3. The Mr. Saturns do! Yeah, Saturn Valley comes back. It's up to interpretation whether it's the same Saturn Valley or not, and if these are the same little big-nosed alien creatures, but yeah, they're there. And they are delightful. Also, their presents, like, they have presents scattered all around Saturn Valley in Mother 3. And, like, 90% of them just contain fart noises. You didn't even get anything for it. It just plays a sound effect and that's it. Oh boy, lots of good stuff in here, but I don't know what to get for who. So I'll come back and do some shopping next time I play this. Which will not be on stream, by the way. This was just going to be a fun, quirky little one-off for us to chill out to while it's stormy outside. I'll be back to playing Moon next week. And that'll be the game I focus on for the immediate period of time. I may do a one-off of Pokemon Legends if I, like, run into an area that I really want to show off. Or I might just show that on Discord or something. But those are my major plans for the time being. After that, I'll get back to work on something Fire Emblem related. And then after that, probably I'll just take a break from streaming for a while. But that's... at the rate that I've been going, that's probably a ways off. Yeah, I'm gonna be spending some time here, because these broken items that Jeff can fix, he only does that after you stay in an inn. And he'll just have a random chance of fixing something overnight. So... yeah, this is the best place to do that, because sleeping overnight is free here. Alright, so I've learned my lesson. Make backup saves when playing, Switch Online games. Nintendo Switch app games. Because you never know when it's gonna go goofy on you and just completely wipe out your save data. Let's see if that happened just now. Oh, by the way, that's another fun little thing. The Japanese version lets you skip straight to the file select screen. In English, you skip to the title screen, and then you can go to the file select screen. Alright, we're good. We're good. Thank you guys for joining. I'll see you next time. I'll see you around on Discord. I'll show some more Mega Man episodes this week. And that'll be it. Thank you again for all the birthday wishes. Hope you guys have a good night. I know I will. So, see you around. Stay cool. And thanks for streaming. Well, thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.